Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. All right. I just want to tell everybody out there, every man out there, if you see a simp sipping, you know what you do? You don't save them. These simp will not learn. These simp will not take our words. Will not try to understand. Right. The way this simp will learn is to fall flat face down on their head. That's the only ways they will learn. They've been extremely indoctrinated by their beliefs, by the system. Right. They don't learn from everybody, words and experiences. These simp will not learn. They only have to fail for them to learn, right? So if this happens, if you see a guy simping to the extreme, you know what you do? You don't do nothing. Let these simp fails, right? These simp out there, they're irreprehensible, right? They cannot be saved, right? I thought it was something, right? But as I was saying, right? These simp cannot be saved, right? They they have this reprobated mind. A reprobated mind cannot be saved. Not even God can save a reprobated mind. Even God said that. He had to, in order to, he had to wipe down the whole entire city, right? To cleanse everything. He had to flood the whole world to cleanse everything, right? To cleanse the world from reprobated mind, right? These sins are reprobate to the extreme. You cannot save them. You need God interference to get back in the right mind, right? Or if not even that, they cannot be saved. They have to destroy themselves, right? But when you see a guy simping, don't say nothing. Let him simp, right? A simp will not take our word for it. A simp will not learn from our experiences. A simp will not, they don't know how to comprehend things properly, right? They're so blue pilled, right? A simp could be anybody. A simp could be a Democrat, could be a Republican, right? It could be a celebrities. They could simp to their death and they will not learn, right? You do not save simps, right? Unfortunately, our world revolve around simps. I mean, they're ruled by simp. Basically, these blue pill men out there, they know what it is. They just refuse to accept it. They don't want to learn how the system is rigged against men, right? They want to be politically correct, right? These simps out there, these politically correct simps out there, don't know how real life works. They don't live and function in real life society. How it is, right? You have to let them fail. You do not save them. I see a simp. I'm not gonna say nothing. I let him fail on his own. Let him learn by his mistake, and that's if he have the privilege or the capability to learn. Some of these simps out there, they married once, twice, three times, and still won't learn. They won't learn how the system is rigged against them, right? Until they have to, I don't know, they have to commit, off themselves, right? They have to off themselves, and when they actually learn, they feel this deep depression. Some of them will off themselves. These how these are weak people we're dealing with, right? Most of these simps out there emotionally weak. They can't handle real things. They can't handle accept things for the way they are, right? These simps, you do not save them, right, guys? If you run into this, your best friend's a simp, right? You have to reevaluate everything. Is he willing to understand things? Is he willing to accept things before you give him the message? Because it's like introducing. It's like say like you dabble in marijuana, right? There's some people that can handle it, some people that can't handle it, right? If you smoke weed, right? When you introduce weed, I'm not encouraging you to do this at all, right? When you introduce weed, you gotta make sure that person are capable of handling it. It's like shroom, right? If a person want to do shroom, then they have to answer themselves, right? Do they want to do it? And they have to be supervised. Some of these people cannot handle it, and they can't even be supervised as well. Some people that do shrooms, no matter what you do, if you supervise them, they do some crazy things. Some people who firstly start to get high off of marijuana, right? They can't handle it. They get extremely paranoid, right? At that moment that you understand that these are person that does not handle truth well. Some people can handle truth. Some people can handle truth because they take criticism in a constructive way. They correct themselves when they take criticism, right? They understand criticism are just there to improve on yourself. Some people, when you criticize them, they don't understand that criticism is just a way to improve on yourself, right? They can understand truth. They can take harsh criticism, right? Some people out there, like the simp, they can't take harsh criticism. They think it's an insult. When you try them to do something better, right? They take it as an insult, right? Because truth hurts. Some of these simps, they can't handle truth. Truth is really hurtful. Not like women. Some women, they can't handle truth because they're so emotional, and when you tell them the truth, it's very hurtful to them. That's why they try to censor people. That's why truth is being censored everywhere, right? Because truth is facts, right? Truth is facts. Facts is truth, right? Some of these simps can't handle facts. That's why they live in delusional world like these women. Their brain and function are the same as women's brain because they're super emotional, right? Filled with propaganda, not realizing that things out there is not the way that it is, right? They can't handle truth for what it is. That's why these simps, they have to learn for themselves, or they have to fall for themselves in order to learn. You don't save them. You don't save them like you don't save a sinking ship, right? You don't save a 304s, right? You don't do that, right? You don't save a person with fractured mind because they already been fractured. Simps, 304s, they have fractured minds. There's no point of saving these people, right? You see a simp falls, let them fall. It's not your property. It's not your responsibility. If your friend's a simp, right? I'm sorry, regardless of your friend, right? You have to let them fall. You have to make them learn the hard way, right? Because some of my friends cannot take criticism. Some of my friends cannot take truth, right? And because they're the way they are, right? There's something you can introduce, something you can't introduce to them because they're not going to accept it, no matter what. And you just lose it's come to a point where you lose all hope, and then why even bother to tell them the truth for? They're stuck in the way. They're stubborn. They're hard-headed. These simps out there, they're thick. They got thick skulls. They're hard-headed. Thick skulls and thin skins. They're easily offended, right? So you see a simp out there, a cuck, right? They're not going to understand. They can't think the way we think. Logic doesn't exist in their universe, right? The concept of logic is totally eviscerated from their mind, their thought, their perspective, right? They see things in a small window. They're not seeing things in a broader perspective, right? They're not a clairvoyant thinker, right? So you let this simp falls because they're not going to benefit you. I mean, you're only wasting your time. That's it. Right? And if you're going to waste your time on that, it better deliver. It better deliver dividends on it. If he asks for the truth, right? If a simp asks for the truth, he better listen to you, or else, it's like wasting your time. It's like one of those moments when you give advice to people and they don't take it. Why even bother anymore, right? That's the same thing. A simp will you give him advice and he won't even take it, right? It comes to that point. That's why I'm saying that you have to let a simp fall. You don't save simps. Right? It's up to them where they want to be saved. It's up to them where they want to come to the right context. It's up to them where they want to know the truth. It's like Neo. You can take the blue pill or take the red pill, right? That's what it is. It's their choice. You don't force it upon them, right? These simps they're just still asleep, right? And they need a rude awakening. That's why they go through this red pill rage phase, right? When they learn the truth and then they come down. It's like how people deal with grief. There's different stages of grief, right? Sad, mad, acceptance, and all this stuff, and celebration, all that stuff, right? It's different stages, right? When people are getting red pill, right? These simps right there, they're so unpredictable how they're gonna handle it, right? That's why it's not in my book. I don't see there's any way of saving simps. It's their choice whether they want to come to the right content or not. And there's some out there that can come to my content, not realize that the simp and not understand how to take constructive criticism. They're gonna be combative on the comment and try to say all these negative things, use ad hominems, right? Attack things that don't even matter, like act like that affects me. I don't respond to all these negative feedback. You have something negative to say, don't. First of all, who responds to negativity? Why would I respond to negativity? I don't have time to respond to negativity. You got something positive to say it, and I will respond to it. But if you have something negative to say, try to contradict me. Oh, we already know that. Like, why do I give you my attention? I'm only feeding the beast. There's no point of feeding the beast. There's no point of response to negativity. That's what simps do. Simp responds. They're giving out their energy and try to engage in this nonsensical arguments that doesn't serve no purpose. I'm just one video, one guy on the internet that's speaking my mind, and these people gonna come out of nowhere, try to be confrontational, try to talk to me, try to belittle me, and all that stuff, acting like this is gonna change something. Like, bro, I'm not gonna respond to these kind of things. All right, but this is how this simp works. They refuse to accept things the way they are. They don't do their research. They don't see things in a different perspective. They don't take things constructively. So why even bother saving a simp? You let simp fail, right? As men out there, you know how to identify simps, right? If he's simping out there, you let him fail. Like Adam 22. He's simping like big time, letting his wife getting plowed by some BBC or something like that, getting, all that stuff. He's a real simp, right? And who else is a simp out there? Destiny, big simp right there, right? Simp are usually liberals, right? Simp are usually liberal mindseted. What? Proud liberals, proud person. Anybody who's proud of themselves, they're super simps, right? People who are proud of themselves is people that don't accept things that in their life that they still need to improve on, right? People are flawed. People always need time for improvement to get better themselves in life. To say that you're omnipotent, perfect being, you're fooling yourself. You always need to improve yourself over time. Simp always think that they can't be improved. That they are fine the way they are, right? That they're perfect, right? And the way they're thinking, that people cannot have a different perspective in the way they are. That's the big simps, right? They can't accept things. They can't accept reality, right? So you gotta let them fail. It's their choice where they want to come to the right content or not. So I'm not even bothered. My content's not made for simps. It's guys who want to know what's going on in the world and society and want to better themselves off, right? And that's what it is. Be stoic, not weak to the emotions. Simp are very weak to emotions, right? They're emotional. These people like Tim Pool, major simps right there. This guy's a major simp. They don't know how the way things are. He had to learn the hard way, all right? I'm not making my videos for these people, right? And they're gonna be combative. They don't try to see things in a multiple perspective. Try to understand people, right? And then they try argue in the comment section and they respond to that. But anyway, point of the video is you do not affect with simp. You let them be and let them destroy themselves. Once all the simps destroy themselves, that's it. There's more simps, and it's only us now, right? So the world would be a better place without simps. Let's say that. Right, they're the one that causing all these problems in the world right now, right? But let me know you agree. Do you save a simp or do you don't save a simp? I say do not save a simp. All right. But on that note, guys, let me know if you agree or disagree. If you want, put it in the comment below. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for. I know your time is very important, and I'm not trying to waste your time. But thank you for that. Like, share, subscribe. You can do me a favor. Do that. And as always, peace and blessings.